Hello there, this is my cast journal for February 9th for sign language. Yesterday was very interesting in two ways, in fact. In lunchtime, which is when sign language club takes place, we were presented with a movie from which was brought in from our teacher, Ms. Manning. We learned many phrases in sentence form, which was, I'm not going to say better than the way she teaches, but it's another take on it. Of course, I haven't been in it as long as I have, so as long as everyone else has, so I'm still trying to find the best way I am to learn in sign language. So yesterday we learned phrases. We learned colors, things I can remember right now. This means blue, orange, black, white. And there's a part that I kind of learned fluently. Well, I learned a decent amount of I'll break it down to symbols. Hearing, deaf, baby, mine, hard of hearing. So this would take place there's a conversation between two women. And, well, I tried to act it out. She's like, hello. Hello. You sign language? Yes, I sign language. Are you deaf? No, I am hard of hearing. I see. My baby is deaf. My mother and father is speaking. I am hard of hearing. I see. My children are speaking. One of my children is deaf. Now it's just a improvisation type of what went down yesterday on the video. But, however, the most interesting part of yesterday's sign language did not take place in sign language club. It took place in TOK. That's right. We are going over language, and what are we presented with? But a sign language movie, which is very interesting. And the majority of the people, about to say 9 out of 10 of the people, or maybe even 49 out of 50 of them, sign language. Whether they speak, hard of hearing, or they're deaf, they all sign language, which is very interesting. So I was sitting next to my friend Emily, and we are both in the sign language club. And so we were trying to she was trying to learn new ones. I was just trying to pick up on the ones I already know. So I remember at church, I learned that this is communicating, and this is growing up. And it was very interesting to see what the translator would say would not really correspond with the sign language symbols. All the sign language is very fast. It is very much a different language, which is so weird for me to just realize, but it actually is a language entirely. I would always listen to people who speak Spanish fluently, for example, and I'm like, how can they speak so fast? And then you see them signing, and like, how can they sign so fast? But then you'll walk down the school hallway, and you'll hear these girls talking, oh my god, really, really, really fastly. And you realize that the more familiar you are with it, the faster you go, because everyone comprehends it. While with languages that you know, like sign language, we're still going faster. But I used to go, when I first learned sign language, I was like, sign language? You do this. It doesn't matter how many do that. Also an important thing I learned, which is nice. And then it was very it was very very interesting to listen to the TOK because it was very TOK to apply what how the world views sign language. Just doing sign language is fun, but not just me learning sign language. I could also communicate with the deaf community, and they really stress in the movie that they're just like anyone else. Just because they can't hear doesn't mean they can't do a lot of things in life. They just can't hear. They speak by another language. So one day I hope to speak, work with the talk to someone in the deaf community. Like I hope to converse with someone who's fluent in Spanish one day, randomly on a bus stop, or maybe like that. It really did surprise me though watching the movie, how many I picked up on. It made me more aware of what I was learning and the skills. I I did look ridiculous though. Someone was signing something while the translator was translating it in the movie, and I was just trying to copy. I'm like, oh, this would really come in handy for sign language class last week. I can show everyone that I just look ridiculous in class, just trying to do everything. But I hope one day I'll be able to be as good as everyone else in sign language. I really am learning another language, which is really cool, which is making me more and more excited about sign language. And hopefully I will do better. I'm also seeing I'm getting a lot of help from everyone else in the class. Always will be doing something like, what does that mean? And everyone's like, oh yeah, that's what it means. Everyone's really helpful. And that was my journal. Thank you for tuning in.